Deb works as a lawyer specializing in commercial litigation. She enjoys walking and going to Minnesota Twins baseball games, and she also enjoyed keeping the class sugared up with candy and Starbucks. Deb received her 4th guide dog, Samurai, also known as Sammy, a male yellow Labrador retriever raised by Delina and Jim Gordon of Bainbridge Island, Washington, Trisha, John, Connor, and Morgan Porter of Edgewood, Washington, and Beth and Brenna Nieva from Auburn, Washington.
Good afternoon. This is my 4th guide dog. Guide Dogs for the Blind has changed my life. When I received Pero, my first guide, in 1986, I was unemployed, feeling sorry for myself, and thinking I didn't have a future. After I was paired with Pero, the whole world opened up. I realized that I could do anything that I set my mind to, and I did just that with Pero at my side. We went to the University of Minnesota and on to Stanford Law School. And he stayed with me until the day he died at the age of 13 in my 2nd year of practice. Since then, I've been lucky enough to have Jansen and Kudo, and now 13 days ago, Sammy. Sammy's official name is Samurai, but he's not a warrior. He's a gentle soul, a hard, focused worker who doesn't make mistakes. When he does, at a rare time, he takes it very hard and needs gentle encouragement to get back on track. He and I are a perfect match. I waited a year from the time I decided to retire Kudo to the day I was given Sammy. It's perfect. I don't know how to say thank you. The words don't seem adequate. Today I met the puppy raisers. It took a village to raise Sammy. They provided the foundation, and they provided him with the love, the encouragement, the experiences that have made today possible. Without them, we wouldn't be standing here today, neither one of us. I cannot convey the full amount of my gratitude that I have for you. I can only promise you that I will love him for the rest of my life, and that he will not have a need that is not met, that he'll have all the hugs and kisses he can ever desire, and a little more, and that he will enable me to lead a better life and to be a better person. I also want to thank Guide Dogs, specifically the instructors in this class. They've been wonderful. Margie, the class supervisor, she made it seem so easy. It was all customized. They asked us what we needed and made sure it was done, and she just made it appear seamless. And I know it's not, but she made it appear that way. She made every one of us in the class feel special. That doesn't come easy. Thank you, Margie. Kathy was my primary instructor. Her husband, Keith Labor, paired me with Jansen and Kudo, and then went out of his way to make sure I had a dog like Sammy. Then Kathy took charge of me, which is no easy task, and made sure that I relearned how to properly give commands, body position, and everything else. She also learned very early on that I could be a little bit iffy until it first stopped at Starbucks. So thank you, Kathy. Then there's Allison. Allison didn't have to take charge of me that often, but she showed an uncanny willingness to act as a Sherpa on the Starbucks run. And most special, actually, in a lot of ways, is Caitlin. Caitlin is the apprentice instructor in this class, and Sammy was the first dog that she trained under Kathy's tutelage. Sammy couldn't have been easy to train. because he's a very, very hard worker who wants to please, but he's a very sensitive, sensitive soul. So it takes just the right amount of encouragement and dedication to making sure he does it right, plus a fair amount of kibble to have gotten to have him where he is today. Again, Caitlin, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So on behalf of Sammy and I, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because actions speak louder than words. Again, I will take care of him and I will love him for the rest of my life. Thank you.
My daughter Delina was the primary puppy raiser for Sammy, and then Isaac had a lot to do with it too, and then my wife. I need to give them credit. They poured a lot of time and effort and hugs and love into Sammy, and Delina really poured her life into him, and it was fun to see and watch that process. And I remember the day we picked up Sammy at San Rafael, and little tiny guy, and brought him back, and took him into our household and worked with him, and integrated him with our family, and took him everywhere. And here he is, all grown up and going off to work.
We're the Nieva family, and Sam was known as the village dog. He went on a journey through 3 different families, and he spent the final leg of his journey with our family. The Porter family is part of our club, and they had him in the middle of his journey, and they polished him and taught him some fine, excellent skills, and then he came to our family and learned some great socialization. He was fun to take everywhere. He was a great PR dog. He was beautiful. But he was a little slow. And so that way my kids gave him a voice, and it kind of went like this: do I have to? And so that's when he got the name Sam, and as you heard, he's not really a samurai. We are so delighted that you guys have been matched, and I think speaking on behalf of his village,